wasn't even supposed to make it to 18. Then I made it to 18, bro. Wasn't supposed to make it to 21. I'll be damned. I was supposed to make it past this motherfucker. He went down at 25. Here I am standing at 27.
Jason Lim, take one.
My name, Jerk the Barber.
Jerk the Barber. What does that mean?
It's just a name given to me by my peers as growing up, just in my environment, how I was raised, who I was raised around, what I went through. Nice guys finished last, so I acquired a set of characteristics and personality traits that kind of resemble somewhat of a jerk or an asshole. So people used to take my kindness for a weakness, and I no longer let that show anymore. So I'm strictly business all the time. Lost my father at 15.
How?
It was a hit and run accident. He was attending a Warriors basketball game, and he left early and he was struck by a passing vehicle. On my way to visit my pops. I lost him at 15, man. I don't really go here. It's been about 2 years, man. I had a lot of lost ones, man, that were close to me, man. So I just get tattoos instead of going on my way to visit them, man. But every now and then I stop off and pay homage. And then from that point on, me being the oldest son, I just took my decision making into my own hands, and I only believed in myself and what I thought was right. And that didn't always bring out the best, so kind of learned through trial and error, and it got me to where I am today. I would like to consider him a realist, and he was really realistic when bringing me up. He told me that he was on borrowed time, so when he does pass, or when the time does come, don't be upset or don't let it affect you in such a way that where it would hinder you from progressing as a person, like to get caught up, such as moping around or in the mourning of him, because he already said he wasn't supposed to be here from the gate. So with that being said, I took that into heart, and it kind of helped me with his passing and growing up and maturing. Actually, I graduated in high school in the juvenile correctional facility. I took it upon myself to enroll in independent studies and finish out my senior year, and then graduated inside. So I do have a high school diploma, graduated from the county of San Mateo. Well, to start out, man, I started with the Clippers, man, because of I would like to pay homage to my lady at the time, still with her, but she kind of got me out of a bad situation. Where I was running, man, I had no direction, and I was down to a path, man, was guaranteed either jail or in the graveyard. I've lost a lot of friends that way, so with the lifestyle that I was living, it was a blessing to run into her, and she kind of changed my mentality of things and how I looked at life. Before I met her, I couldn't even tell you about a 1-year goal or a 5-year goal, because I was so used to live day to day. I was only worried about the day in, the day out, because I wasn't guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody is. But after I met her, she's been doing hair for a while, and since I was just running the streets, I really had a lot of time on my hands. So paying homage, I just helped her out. You know, started out doing like inventory and setting up clients and prepping the stations and prepping for clientele base, helping out however I could. And after a while, I found myself becoming knowledgeable of the women's industry for doing hair. And she brought it to my attention one day after we've been discussing it, expecting a child, that I should take into consideration building a career out of it, because she wasn't going to marry a drug dealer or someone who ran the streets or someone who didn't have a solid foundation. I was just headed down to a very bad path. I was losing a lot of my friends, a lot of close people to me, and you just see the revolving door. You know, everybody's getting out, everybody's going in, people ain't there anymore, and after getting burnt, you know, through so many experiences, whether it was by losing somebody or having a negative outcome in a certain situation, you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I made a push to go meet Dave. I didn't know too much about him. I heard a lot of good things, but I didn't know him personally. And within the first 5 minutes of me meeting this gentleman, I understood what he was about. I understood he had a game plan, and he just needed the right people, man, to execute that game plan. And me being young and hungry, I just told him, within 5 minutes, I told him, man, I'll give you at least a year at this shop. 100%, no days off. I'll be here from open to close. I think I have something positive to bring to your business. I'm learning as I'm going along, and I told him that I might not know what to do, but I know how to stand behind my station. I know how to cut my ass off, excuse my language. And that's all he asked of me. He said, just be open, be willing to learn, and take all you can from the shop. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I've been here for over 6 months now. I've been building my clientele steadily, being hungry and humble, always open to learn. I remodeled my mom's garage where I grew up at, and it's a full-on barbershop, one-man station that I cut at 3 nights a week, Thursday through Saturday, from about 8:30 p.m. to about 1 in the morning on those 3 nights. I consider it overtime for me. I have TVs, pool table, everything you can imagine. Only thing is, man, there's no state board. So, you know, anything goes in there, man. We can kick back, chill. All the extracurricular activities take place over there that you couldn't do in a regular barbershop. So that's what probably sets it apart. It's really just an extension of the current shop that I work at, man. It has a lot of great amenities. Just basically aimed towards a certain selected group of clientele, people I grew up with, my blood brothers, my family, and anybody who's willing to pay that ticket for that VIP cut on the late night. So I've been keeping that going, man. It helps with the commute. It's extra money in the pocket for sure. It always keeps my game on point, especially at the late nights when I usually fatigue. That's when you earn your stripes. So I've been rocking with that. Some people think I'm crazy because I do a 10, 15-hour day already, and then I'll go home and try to sneak a couple more in during those times. So I figure I'll do it while you're young and while your body can handle it, because you can't cut hair forever. Your body's going to start to break down. So I get it in while I can. And everybody who knows me, they know that I go hard. Like I rarely turn down a head, man, because I can't lose. So I'll take a head at work. I get it to work about like 10 a.m. to about 7 p.m. on a regular, and I'll stay after hours if I can. But when I get back home, I always got heads to hit, and I never turn them down. So that's probably why I do it. I mean, I love the money, but, you know what I mean, it's also a good repetition.